forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and also hit that bell for updates on videos and shenanigans by Smarvy Smart. Now enjoy the video. What is going on, guys? Smarvy Smart. We're back here with another video, and the original season 5 has finally kicked off, and I felt like it wasn't nothing better to do. No better way to go about it than to do a nice, good old-fashioned review of the first episode. So go ahead and get in on this, guys. So a lot of great things happened during this episode, but of course, the biggest highlight for me was seeing Caroline return. And the way Klaus said, "Hello, love," when she put him against the wall, he said it just as good as he used to say it during the Vampire Diaries. Boy, I tell you, these two never fail to amaze and impress me. I mean, I was getting nostalgic moments from the get-go. Now, one thing I will say is I knew that these two were not going to do anything romantically, which really I usually would get upset about, but it really makes the ship that much more great, because the fact that these two have a relationship that is much more than sexual tension now makes Caroline in-game to me. It does. These two are on a level now where it's like they can talk to each other about anything. I mean, Caroline seems to care about Klaus's relationship with his daughter just as good as any member of his family. Caroline seriously has to be in-game, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I like Klaus and Cammy, but no woman has a better connection to Klaus, in my opinion, than Caroline. And that was just proven again during this episode. She can truly keep him in check. And he's really gone off the edges a little bit, as we saw ever since 7 years ago when the hollow was entered into his heart or body or soul. But one thing is for certain, Caroline and Klaus, their friendship is like no other. Now, I will tell you one thing that really irked me during this episode is the fact that Hope thinks that Klaus is a deadbeat dad. What? How can you guys not tell her what her dad did for her? So Haley, Freya, Vincent, are you meaning to tell me that you guys have not informed Hope that the only reason that Klaus is not in her life is because that he has to stay away from her because the hollow is in his heart? I mean, I felt like ranting when I heard that. Does she even have a clue? Does she know? If she does, she definitely wouldn't be calling him a deadbeat dad. I mean, can you please inform her why Klaus is not in her life? I feel like that's something you should have told her as soon as the hollow came up out of her. Why does she not know this stuff? How could you keep this away from her? Do you want to keep her away from this stuff that bad? I mean, I feel like that's something you just have to let her know. You don't just want to let a girl grow up thinking that her dad abandoned her, because that's not the case. So that's something that really kind of irked me. I mean, and I don't know what's going to happen next week, considering that Klaus is going to be around her while the hollow is still in his soul. And you know the hollow can't go anywhere near her. But, I mean, it's just, that really irked me. I'm sorry, guys. Because the fact is that Klaus has changed so much. And the fact that he's regaining a reputation of a jerk. I mean, he's worked so hard to change who he is. I do not want things to go back to the way they were. I just don't. Klaus is a better guy than what he was when he first entered the Vampire Diaries in season 2. He's changed so much. So there is one thing that I've noticed, and that is that Always and Forever hasn't really gone anywhere, and I'm glad it hasn't. The hollow is not stopping Always and Forever. And I will say one thing, Marcel is not my favorite character, but I honestly feel bad for him, because the fact of the matter is he's loved Rebecca his whole life and he wants to marry her, but Rebecca won't let go of her family. And honestly, the only one who seems to have abandoned Always and Forever, and I'm not saying that he doesn't love his family, is Cole. I mean, Cole is married to Davina now, and it seems like that's where all his attention is. But it seems like everyone else seems to always want to stick with his Always and Forever pack. And we saw at the end of the episode that Rebecca left Marcel just to go have a conversation with Elijah. So it's like, even though Elijah doesn't even know who she is, she's still willing to abandon the so-called love of her life just to have a conversation with him. I mean, I'm not saying that always and forever is a bad thing, considering that they've been through so much in the last millennium. But at some point, guys, you gotta move on with your life. I mean, I do not want always and forever to end. Don't get me wrong. Always and forever, I always want these siblings to stick together for the rest of their immortal lives. But I felt like Marcel deserved to marry Rebecca, and he didn't get to do so because of always and forever. So, Marcel, now that you're going back to New Orleans, I'm gonna go and be real with you, man. You're not my favorite character on this show, but I honestly, seriously felt really bad for you. One thing I will say is, you deserve happiness, my brother, and I hope one day Rebecca chooses to marry you. So just in case I missed anything else, I'm just gonna go at things random. So Hope, I forgot that she has the ability to create hybrids. So one thing's for certain, I know creating hybrids is kind of a bad thing, considering that they're frowned upon when it comes to werewolf packs. But if I were Hope and I needed money, I would have easily made a hybrid myself. But guys, I'm not going to talk a hole in your head. So one thing about the originals, it never fails to impress. Great episode. I can't wait to see how this season turns out. So guys, let me know what you guys thought about this episode and this review in the comment section. And I hope you enjoyed this little talk I had. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And for more videos about the originals, hit that subscribe button. Stay out of trouble, guys.